Kirk Varnedoe, the now deceased former curator of the art collection at the Museum of Modern Art, talked always about breaking things down and building things up. For my money, that's one of the most elegant, concise formulations of the essential tension between analysis and synthesis. If you're going to try to determine what your areas of emphasis are going to be in a Mayo Clinic, or for that matter, any enterprise that's trying to pick strategies, you have to sort of face up to the fact that people that try to pick a lane, that is to say, try to guess what the future is going to consist of, usually have a pretty pathetic track record. On the other hand, here's what you can do. You can do enough analysis to figure out what is getting worse over time. You can do enough analysis to figure out what's getting more important over time, so that for as far forward as you can see, there are issues that have to be dealt with. For instance, the idea that individuals will have to play more of a role in architecting their own, sort of integrated wellness, not just asking for the pill that will cure the fact that I'm 40 pounds overweight or whatever my condition might be. And so you look for the things that are simply getting more important over time, and you ask yourself, what are the new forms of essential tension that we want to sort of grapple with? For bonus points, you also try to figure out something that's not already emerging from the normal course of action in the enterprise. It's an innovation agenda after all, so you got to try to figure out some itches you're trying to scratch that simply have to be made stronger. And between those essential forces, analysis, breaking things down, synthesis, imagining future possibilities that are at the heart of good design work, you end up with your ability to sort of choose not so much the future of the business, but themes that are likely to get more important over time and that need to be dealt with. The forces of healthcare are so complicated now that there is no line of business. There's no sort of way of saying, let's improve our cardio care, let's improve our breast cancer practice, that is good enough to deal with the underlying dynamics of the industry transformation. So at a minimum, what we wanted the Center for Innovation to be skilled at is platform-level thinking. Platform is an old word, used to be used in the automotive industry 30 years ago, and by that what people meant was, gee, we can increase the rate of innovation for vehicles if we standardize around certain things, like a drivetrain and a chassis and a frame size. And if we can agree on that, then we can sort of get lots of suppliers to come to the party and dramatically increase the rate of innovation and the sophistication of the innovation in the underlying vehicles. As is usual with Detroit, they sort of stopped at that level of thinking. Platform thinking on the whole, though, has radically become more sophisticated over the last 30 years. And in a good, healthy enterprise, the ability to think in terms of platforms means that at a minimum, you're thinking in multiple types of innovation. So the word platform is code inside of Mayo Clinic for we're going to do sophisticated innovation, the type that deals with enough complexity and integrates enough sophistication so that it has the power to make a big difference.